So, did you ever want to play Forts on a drawing tablet? Uh, I don't know who the fuck wants that, but I can show you. So, first of all, you need to go to Open Tablet Drivers and just install these drivers right here. Just follow the instructions. It's a bit complicated, but it should be fine. And before that, obviously, you need a drawing tablet, which one, the one I have right now is just this one. It's like usually it's supposed to be for drawing. I use it a little bit for drawing, but this one is just known to be one of the best for Osu and just having very good tracking. So people use it for Osu, and there's like one other psychopath who uses it for Valorant, and there's me who uses this for forts aiming mainly, but you can also build with it. So I'm gonna show you in forts in a second. But before that, after you installed the Open Tablet drivers, you will have like a window like this pop up, or if you have the Open Tablet drivers installed, you have to open this window and go to the following. You first of all, I use plugins, so you can go to the Open Plugin Manager. What I use, or what you should be using, is like where is it? You need to install the V Multimode, which is gonna allow you to get an absolute mode, which is, and then for like practicality reasons, I also have like the Haku filters, and then there's the hover distance limiter, which I also use. So let's go back to that. So then after you installed the plugins, here I have V multi absolute mode selected, and what that does is practically that your tablet becomes like a mini monitor, but on your tablet. So it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. And there's also relative mode, which is just for that one is used for like if you want to play FPS games on a drawing tablet for whatever reason. So, but for now, we're just gonna stick with the absolute mode. You also have to set your right monitor setting so it translates. And then you can go to filters. The ones I use is the smoothing filter, and which just makes tracking more smooth, as it implies, and the hover distance limiter just makes it easier. You can test around what filters are good for you, but these are the two I mainly use. Then just go to save and apply. So after you did that initial setup, you can just go ahead and launch Forts. But first of all, you have to go into options, go into input, mouse, and then just turn off use direct input so it doesn't mess up the whole entire pen movement. And then then I can just show you around how I would usually play with the drawing pen. So first of all, let's just like go to vanilla. Vanilla 2v2 should be fine. Enable infinite resources, fast build, rapid fire. Yeah. And then you can just play with a drawing tablet, just quite literally draw a fort with pen. It's a bit. I'm not the best at building forts with the pen. I mainly just use the mouse and the pen in combination, so I would just usually get my mouse here and just play with that. And then if I want to aim, I just use the drawing tablet. But you can also could just play with it, and also like there's like these two buttons. You could like bind them to scroll, zoom in and zoom out. I don't have that right now, so I cannot control the zooming right now. What I usually do, if I want to aim, I just press spacebar once. So I'm gonna build a base real quick, and then I can just show you how I would usually aim with the drawing tablet, or how you practically have aimbot with the drawing tablet. Okay, so I built a pretty abysmal looking base, but it will suffice for just showcasing how I usually aim with my drawing tablet. It's not the prettiest and certainly not good, but yeah. So usually I have a typical fire plasma combo just right here. And what the drawing tablet in absolute mode allows you is like you everything is on the drawing tablet practically. So if I go to like this corner up here, it's gonna be the corner of the monitor, and this corner here back down is also in the corner. And there's even like a small grid. I don't know if you can see it with my camera setup, but there is a grid on the drawing tablet which I can also utilize. So what I usually do for aiming a fire and plasma beam, I just go to the other ports, hover over the cursor. I know it's like on this grid square right on my tablet. And then what you usually do is just like, I also have a condition that I jitter extremely much, so that's also a reason why I don't usually build too much with the drawing tablet. But you can just kinda, if you're good in school, just drawing straight lines with your pen without you using a ruler. You could also just get a ruler. I don't know if that's too much cheating then, but you just draw a straight line. I want to shoot the gunner. Just draw a straight line, and this around here, it should be that to align the shot, and then yeah, we hit the gunner, and then just you can also use fire plasma to align your shots always if you build it in that way. So yeah, that's usually how I get my first shot accuracy, because it's not hard to get follow-up lasers if you build your setup like that. You just have one laser, another laser, another laser. If you stack it like that, it's pretty easy to aim them all into the same place. You just need to align it properly. Gonna also be doing a YouTube video on that maybe. And yeah, so on the other fort now, just for the first shot accuracy, you just go to the drawing tablet, memorize the square where it is, and then you can just draw straight line. Want to shoot the gunner? It should be right around, actually I have to double check. Should be right around here. And then you can just shoot the gunner. Same with the plasma beam. It's a bit... Usually I do it a lot faster, so I don't jitter that much, but you get the general gist of it. And if you want... And on other maps, I need to agree that I have memorized, like, if you have a draw tablet, you can just memorize common spots on your tablet. So, you know, like, mines are gonna be on this square, turbines are gonna be on this square, and then you can just memorize all the squares for the aiming reticle as well. So that's another way. I think it's also underrated to just memorize shots in general. So that's also what I like doing. And yeah, that's like the general gist of how you play forts with a drawing tablet. I also prefer using a mouse, but might as well make a video explaining on how I can aim with a drawing tablet. So yeah, if you want to see more future videos, maybe subscribe. Thank you. Because I'm planning on doing some higher quality videos and not the same thing all over again what you see in the forts community.